break all the seals and bring about the rapture and the end of humanity. I don't. After all, what fun could I possibly have without all of you to screw with? I'd be bored to death. So you see, I don't want the apocalypse. I just want the status quo. The apocalypse is good for the horsemen, but very bad for you and me. I realize that makes us strange bedfellows, but we actually are on the same side. And that's why you need to tell me who Joshua saw in his vision.
I got this one. It's not gonna happen.
If we're on the same side, what about Peter? Why did you try to convince him to kill himself?
And what about me and my brother?
Let's be clear. We may be allies, but we're definitely not friends. I thought losing a couple of messengers might make things easier. Turns out, they're only getting harder.
So why are you telling us this just now?
Because the messengers are failing for one undeniable reason. Rose, as soon as she became a horseman, I went to her, suggested that we work together. But she shot me down. So I tried to return the favor by having her killed. And we all know how that turned out. Bottom line, she needs to be stopped. And since I can't do it, you need to.
Did you fall asleep?
Yeah. Your daughter's been touched with a gift of her own.
But if she's not a messenger, then what is she?
Look, she's just a kid, okay? And I don't want her involved with any of this. Who is this?
Looks like a nurse. Rose, maybe?
Yeah, she's our leader.
Rose. What's her gift?
Understanding. She knows every language, translates what God wants us to do.
We didn't have one of those.
What do you mean?
The gifts of the messengers are the same with every generation, and understanding isn't one of them. So that just doesn't make any sense. Unless
What?
she's not a messenger.
I'm worried about Joshua.
You should be worried about Rose. Don't let him get in your head, Koa.
But what if he's telling the truth? Look, guys, can I play devil's advocate just for a second?
Seriously?
I keep playing Joshua's visions over in my mind. Each of them have led us to a horseman, right? First war, then pestilence.
Yeah, so?
So Joshua's first vision that led him to Houston Memorial where we all met. It was a rose, remember? I hate that I'm saying this, but what if he only saw her because she is a horseman?
Joshua said that he saw you with your son. Oh, wait a minute. Are you a horseman?
No. But it doesn't stop me from at least considering the possibility.
Rose is not a horseman. But no matter what he says, this guy's a lying sack.
How can we be sure?
Pick up. Rose, are you there? Please, God, give me some kind of sign.
Look, Rose is our leader, okay? She's our friend.
She's an imposter. You said it yourself. You're still feeling the cost of your gifts. That wouldn't be possible if the 7 true messengers were united. No wonder you all are struggling. You're incomplete. You'll never defeat the horsemen like this.
If she isn't a messenger, then what is she?
Tell me everything you know about her.
Okay. She was shot 7 years ago. And she stayed in a coma till destiny brought us all together.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
That's when I felt it.
Felt what?
The first seal break.
What do you mean the first seal?
Everything Rose has told you from beginning to end is a lie. She's one of us.
We saw her wings.
That's just smoke and mirrors.
Thought I was a good con artist.
Rose puts me to shame. I don't know what's worse. That she used us or actually starting to believe you.
In that case, tell me who Joshua saw in this vision, and I will let you go.
No, because it still doesn't add up. When Vera tried to stop Leland Schiller, why did you argue for him to break his seal? You wanted him to become a horseman.
All the things you've done and all the things you're gonna do. Come on, Leland, press the button. You're absolutely right. Because I still thought I could convince the horseman to ride under my rule instead of Rose's. It turns out Rose got to him first. She allied with him from the beginning. So, once I realized I couldn't get them to work for me, I had no choice but to turn to you. Hey, none of this would have happened if Vera had simply killed Rose when I asked her to. You do remember what happened when you failed,
Yeah, she woke up and started speaking in some strange language.
the language of the dead. She had the gall to tell me that even my days were numbered.
Okay, enough storytelling. I want proof.
You want proof? Ask, and you shall see. How about a little surveillance video from just outside the county jail?
Why is Rose with Leland Schiller?
What do you think? She's posting his bail. After all the work he did to stop him, she's the reason he still broke his seal.
We only felt 2 seals break.
I felt 3. It all makes sense now. See, here. April 6, 2008.
That's the day that Amy was born.
And the day the first seal broke. Rose must have broken it.
Wait, so if Rose broke a seal, then you're saying that
She isn't a messenger. She's a horseman.
If that's legit, it means there's one more horseman than what we thought.
And one less chance to stop them. When did this happen?
Didn't anyone think it was strange that Rose was conveniently out of town the day Leland Schiller got out of prison? Where did she say she was?
Seattle? Visiting her ex-fiance.
So sweet. Except, there is no fiance. And she never went to Seattle. She was too busy plotting to get Leland Schiller to break his suit. She got bail money from Cindy Richards. She bailed Leland out and convinced him to kill hundreds at Neuro Health, finally breaking his seal.
This is true. Why wouldn't you just tell us from the very beginning?
Because, Vera, I am the devil. You never would have believed me. And you know what they say? Every rose has its thorns. I just hope Joshua sees that before it's too late.